Hey, Mr. Chapman.
Good morning.
Chapman,
Yeah.
our tournament got pushed back, so I'm leaving at like 3.
Oh, sweet. Cool.
All right.
Thank you for letting me know. All right. Good morning, everybody. Sorry about the little bit of a late start. I got kind of focused on doing all my Canvas stuff and building your guys' classes and things, and I realized it was like 10:42. I was like, oh crap, I gotta hurry up. So let me quickly show you what you got for the week and just take any questions. Get down to this week's stuff, which is right there. So 1019 through 1025, if you haven't had a chance to kind of start digging in this week and looking at what you're supposed to be doing, I would highly encourage you, because this is only going to last a few minutes today. I don't have a lot of announcements, to start getting on top of that and knocking that out. Again, it's very similar to last week's stuff, not a huge stretch. It's not like it's going to demand a lot of your time, but don't push it off until, super late and then maybe fall asleep on Sunday night. And then you have to take a 0 on it. That sucks. So knock these 2 things out, the essential question and the check-in. Remember, those are the 2 things I collect each week. Those are due by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Of course, if you're looking at this stuff and you're just like, I don't get it, right? I'm here for you, but make sure you're accessing these 2 things first. The answer key, which is all the solutions, the steps to getting the answers, and then me walking you through the lesson. Once you've accessed those, if you're still not sure about something, please email me. I'm happy to help you over email or jump on a Zoom call. This is a different class, but Algebra 2, their stuff this week is brutal. It's really rough. It's a lot of information, and the concept that they're working on this week is difficult. So I've been hounding them since last Wednesday or last Thursday. Get on top of this stuff now, because you really want to give yourself some time to look at it and let it process. Well, anyways, long story short, yesterday after class for Algebra 2, there was like a handful of people that stayed behind, and we basically used the entire 45 minutes working through more of these types of problems that were super difficult. They were really intensive. It took like a half a page of work just to get the problems knocked out. So the reason why I tell you that is use the answer key, use the video tutorial. But if that's not making sense, let me know. I'm happy to do a Zoom call with you and work through problems with you and just kind of clarify things. Next week's stuff is unlocked for you. If you remember back when we talked on Tuesday, next week is another lesson. Not exactly like 2.1 and 2.2, but it's kind of dealing with the same type of things. But you'll have an essential question and check-in. So those are unlocked now if you want to start looking at it. But just a quick heads up, in a couple of weeks, that's when we're going to review and test. Again, we're skipping 2.4. We're not going to do that one. So you're having another review and test coming up in a couple weeks. So next week will be another practice or another lesson with an essential question and a check-in. But the week after will be a test. So just kind of keep that in your brain just so you know kind of what's coming up. But don't forget about the essential question and the check-in for this week. I'm going to let these people that are late in. If you got questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and let me know. I don't see anything in the chat.
I was talking to some other teachers about this. They said like they might be doing extra credit for people who turn on their cameras. So if you're willing to do that, I'll turn on my camera.
I would love to see your face, but I am not doing extra credit for that. I like the idea. I think it's cool. Like I said, I would absolutely love to see everybody's faces and be able to kind of get to know you guys, because whenever we come back, what's going to happen is it's going to be like the first day. I'm not going to know who's who, and I'm already bad with names anyways. But at the same time, I really want your grade in this class to reflect the knowledge you know about geometry. I don't want somebody looking at your grade and being like, oh, they got a B, they must be, have a pretty solid foundation. But actually, when you start digging through it, they got bumped up from a C or a C minus because they had their camera on each day. You know what I mean? So I want your grade to actually reflect what you know about the material, not did you turn your camera on, which I appreciate the thought. I like how you brought that to me, but for me, that'll be a no-go. So, so if you want to turn your camera on, I'm happy to see your face. If you don't, I get it. Some people are just tired. To be honest, is whenever we have our staff meetings, I always have my camera off, typically because I'm doing other things and I'm not really paying attention. But don't follow my lead, right? You need to be paying attention. But yeah, that's why I have my camera off. So. All right. People that do have questions and want to stay behind, please hang out. Everybody else, we'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the geometry textbook, can we find some of from Envision, can we find some of the questions in there to help us solve the questions?
So ask me again what you're looking for. So are you looking for help with the questions in the textbook?
No, on Envision where we have the assignments. So it says question help, and then it brings up the textbook, and it just brings up the first 7 pages, and I can't find anything. And I got the textbook and the workbook, but I can't find anything to help me solve the questions.
So are you in the interactive textbook, like the part where it's kind of walking you through the lesson?
Mm-hmm.
So that interactive textbook that you're looking at is literally just they're chunking apart the actual textbook. So the interactive textbook is the textbook. They're just kind of piecing it apart and introducing it to you step by step. So if that's the part you're in, is the interactive textbook, and you need help with that, watch my video. So my video that I upload each week is literally me going through the textbook, the lesson, problem by problem, example by example, and working through it all.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, questions. I still got a few people left.
Bye. Have a great day.
Goodbye, you too. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Anything else? Feel free to unmute yourself. I'm watching the chat box too if you want to type in your question. Yeah. Angelina. Jordan. Areli, Nia, questions? All right, Angelina and I kicked them all out. So what's up?